Have you ever wondered if there's a connection between what's happening in our gut and what's happening in our brain? It's a fascinating area of science called the gut-brain axis, and today we're going to explore how it relates to autism. This is a topic that's gaining a lot of attention, and for good reason. For many families in the autism community, understanding this link could open up new avenues for support and well-being. So, let's dive into the science, bust some myths, and talk about what this all means in the real world. First, what exactly is the gut-brain axis? Imagine a superhighway of communication running between your gut and your brain. This isn't just a one-way street. It's a constant, two-way conversation. Nerves, hormones, and even the immune system are all messengers on this highway. And a huge part of this system is the gut microbiome, the trillions of tiny organisms like bacteria, viruses, and fungi living in our digestive tracts. These little guys are way more important than you might think. They help digest food, produce essential vitamins, and even train our immune system. When this community of microbes is balanced and diverse, we call it a healthy gut. But when it's out of whack, it can send stress signals up to the brain, and the brain can send signals back down, affecting gut function. It's a delicate and powerful relationship. Now, let's bring autism into the picture. For decades, parents and caregivers have noticed that many autistic individuals, both children and adults, frequently experience gastrointestinal issues. We're talking about things like chronic constipation, diarrhea, bloating, and abdominal pain. For a long time, these were often seen as separate issues, maybe just a coincidence. But recent research is suggesting something much deeper. Studies have found significant differences in the gut microbiomes of autistic individuals compared to neurotypical people. Often, there's less diversity in the types of bacteria and an imbalance between beneficial and potentially harmful microbes. This imbalance is often called dysbiosis. This finding is consistent across multiple studies, which has led scientists to ask a groundbreaking question. Could these gut differences be contributing to some of the behavioral traits associated with autism, or vice versa? So, how could gut bacteria possibly influence behavior? It sounds a bit like science fiction, but the pathways are very real. Remember that communication highway? The microbes in our gut produce all sorts of chemical compounds as they go about their business. Some of these compounds can enter the bloodstream and travel directly to the brain, crossing the protective blood-brain barrier. These molecules can influence neurotransmitters, the brain's own chemical messengers like serotonin and dopamine, which play a huge role in mood, anxiety, and social behavior. In fact, a large portion of the body's serotonin is actually produced in the gut. So, if the gut microbiome is out of balance, it could disrupt the production of these crucial brain chemicals. This could, in theory, impact things like sensory processing, social communication, and repetitive behaviors, which are core aspects of the autism experience. It's really important to be clear here. This research does not suggest that gut problems cause autism. Autism is a complex neurodevelopmental condition with strong genetic roots. The development of the brain starts long before birth. Instead, the gut-brain connection is seen as a potential influencing factor. Think of it this way: for an autistic person who is already navigating a world that can be overwhelming, constant gut pain or discomfort adds another layer of stress. This physical distress can make it harder to regulate emotions, focus, and engage socially. Imagine trying to learn in school or make a new friend when your stomach is constantly hurting. Addressing the gut issues might not change the fact that a person is autistic, but it could potentially improve their quality of life, reduce their stress levels, and make it easier for them to thrive. So what does this mean for practical support? This is where it gets both exciting and complicated. There's a lot of buzz online about diets and supplements, and it's crucial to be cautious. The first and most important step is always to talk to a qualified medical professional, like a pediatrician or a gastroenterologist. They can help properly diagnose any GI issues and rule out other medical conditions. Self-diagnosing or trying restrictive diets without guidance can be risky and may lead to nutritional deficiencies. A doctor can guide you through safe, evidence-based approaches. This might involve simple dietary changes, like increasing fiber to help with constipation or identifying specific food sensitivities through a carefully monitored elimination diet. Let's talk about some of the strategies being explored. Probiotics and prebiotics are a popular topic. Probiotics are live, beneficial bacteria found in fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut, or in supplements. Prebiotics are types of fiber that feed these good bacteria found in foods like onions, garlic, bananas, and whole grains. The idea is to help restore balance to the gut microbiome. Some small studies have shown that certain probiotic strains might help reduce GI symptoms and, in some cases, even lead to improvements in social or behavioral challenges for some autistic individuals. However, the research is still in its early days. We don't yet have a one-size-fits-all autism probiotic. What works for one person might not work for another because everyone's microbiome is unique. Another area of focus is diet. The gluten-free, casein-free, or GFCF diet is one you've probably heard of. Gluten is a protein in wheat, and casein is a protein in dairy. The theory is that some individuals may have difficulty breaking down these proteins, leading to gut inflammation and other issues. While many families report positive changes on this diet, the scientific evidence is mixed. Some studies show benefits, others show none. It's a very individual thing. Any restrictive diet like this should only be done under the supervision of a doctor or registered dietitian to ensure the person is still getting all the nutrients they need to grow and be healthy. It's all about a personalized approach, not a magic bullet. It's also essential to acknowledge the complexity of the relationship. Stress and anxiety, which are common for many autistic people, can directly impact the gut. This is that two-way street again. High stress levels can change the gut environment, making it less hospitable for good bacteria and contributing to dysbiosis. This can create a challenging cycle. Anxiety worsens gut health, and poor gut health worsens anxiety. This is why holistic approaches that address both mental well-being and physical health are so important. Strategies like mindfulness, occupational therapy to manage sensory sensitivities, and creating predictable routines can help reduce stress, which in turn can have a positive effect on the gut. It's all connected. To wrap things up, the link between the gut microbiome and autism is one of the most exciting frontiers in medical research. It offers a new lens through which to understand the challenges many autistic individuals face, and opens up new possibilities for support that go beyond just behavior. While we are still waiting for more definitive research, the current science empowers us to take GI symptoms in autistic people seriously. It encourages a whole-body approach to health, recognizing that physical comfort and well-being are fundamental to a happy life. The key takeaway is to work with healthcare professionals, be skeptical of miracle cures, and focus on personalized, safe strategies to improve overall health. This isn't about curing autism. It's about supporting autistic individuals so they can feel their best and live their fullest lives. Thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.